guys, today I'm filming the finale for my winter project pan. I'm really proud of all the progress I was able to make. I don't have as many empties as I would normally like to see, but that's because a lot of the items in here I wanted to work on now, knowing they would go through my spring project pan before they'd be finished. So with that in mind, I would say this was a pretty successful project. If you didn't see my intro or my other updates, I will have my playlist linked for you guys. And since last update, I was able to finish a few more products. First being the NYX Dewy Finish Setting Spray. This is brand new when I had rolled it in. This has 2.03 ounces in it. And I really do like this product, but I don't know how dewy it is. I don't feel like it made me look very glowy, but it also did not have any greasy feel or any shimmer particles. So this is a really nice product, and it is not something that I would consider repurchasing. I just think my Urban Decay All Nighter is perfect, but if I got this for free again, I would absolutely use it up. Next is something that I really just finished a few days ago. This took me quite a while. The Too Faced Hangover Pillow Balm in the shade Frost Yourself, which was clear with some shimmer. I did take the stopper out, but I of course, as always, did save the stopper for weights. And this is a really nice product. I've used up a full-size original. I've said this a bunch of times. If they made a full-size mint with no shimmer, I would 100% repurchase it. I really love the consistency of this. It feels nice and smooth on the lips. It does hang around, and it doesn't feel too heavy, but it's not thin, it's not sticky. I just think this is a really great product, but the shimmer in here sometimes irritated my lips, which of course I don't like that. So this started at 0.988 ounces. First update, 0.971. Second update, 0.946, and all used up 0.871. Once I pulled the stopper, there was so much more in here, so I was a little nervous about finishing it, but I did. And the other two things I finished were the Lawless Forget the Filler lip glosses. These were limited edition shades from a holiday collection 2 years ago. We have the color Bitten and Blush Sand. These I only used a couple of times before I started working on them, but my markings from last update, they had about half left, and pulled the stopper, finished them completely. These are really nice glosses, a little bit more on the thick and sticky side, but they really do a great job of smoothing out the lines in your lips, giving a lot of shine. I have several colors of these and I really love them. These shades were exclusive to the set, but if they ever made these in the full size, I would consider Blush Sand. It's a really pretty pale pink, more of like a neutral pink, and Bitten is just a little bit too deep for me. I was using these mixed together to use them up. And those are all the things that I finished. So everything I was expecting except for one item that did not quite get used up. So for my primer spray, I was using the Benefit POREfessional Super Setter. I do not like the mister on this, so I have it in this Urban Decay packaging, and I weighed it just the other day and no weight showed up, which was a bummer, but today there was a weight, which is really what I was hoping for, which is really exciting. I'm even more looking forward to bringing this into my spring project now that I can actually weigh this. So I did weigh it without the cap and the inner lid, and I forgot to write it down, so I will have that on the screen, but I was so happy to see that. The formula of this is just fine, but I'll be happy to use it up and don't plan on repurchasing as of now. Then I did roll in a primer last month, the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. This is a 1/2 ounce size. In between my first and second update, I had made that much progress, and then from last update to now, I'm all the way down here, so not much of this left at all. So this will also roll into spring and be finished within that first month, which is exciting. I really do love that primer. I'm so sad that Smashbox didn't pick up that product when they took a few of the Becca items. And the weights went from 0.854 ounces, brand new, to 0.754 to 0.419. So a lot of usage there. Then for foundation, for the past month and a half, I have been using the Fenty Eaze Drop Skin Tint in shade number 3. I keep it upside down just to have all the products settle, but I'm not able to see through the packaging, but this feels very light. I had been working on this some last year as well, and when I had rolled it in, it started at 1.237 ounces. Last update, 1.135 today, 0.857. This will also go in my spring project where I hope to finish it in the first month and a half. And that's a tinge dark for me, so I was mixing it with the Lawless Conceal the Deal Foundation in Pearl. And I had this at my intro. So this went from 2.136 ounces to 2 ounces to 1.875, and today 1.764. So happy to be making progress on that. I expect that to take me most of the year. Then I had my Kosas Cloud Set Powder in Airy. I wanted to wear down the dome, and I would say I was mostly successful. It's still a little bit domed up right here, but you know, I feel good about the progress that I was able to make on this. It went from 2.787. First update 2.747, second update 2.706, and today 2.665. So I think that will go into spring as well, but I've really enjoyed using that. And then lastly for face, we have the Rare Beauty Liquid Luminizer in Transcend. I did scrape out all of the product, and wow, it has lasted me way longer than I expected. I do have a picture of when I first scraped it, but I didn't weigh it unfortunately at that time. But there really is just a little bit of this left, but this is very pigmented. I don't need a ton of it. I just like tap my finger in and tap it on one cheek, and I barely touch in there. So this will probably take me another month to use up. When I first brought it into this project, I was thinking it was going to take me up to 6 months, but then as I started working on it, I was going through it quickly, so I thought maybe I could finish it in time, but not quite. So that's the only product I'm a little disappointed by, but that's okay. Then I had my Mercier Caviar Stick in Kiss from a Rose. This is something that I just wanted to make as much progress on as possible, and I'm really happy looking at this because I definitely used up over half the product. So this should be finished within the first like 2 months of my spring project, because I will dig into it like I always do. You guys know I love my Mercier Caviar 6. This just isn't my favorite shade. And then last month I rolled in another lip gloss, and I only made a little bit of progress on this one. The other ones lasted me a bit longer than I was expecting, and there were a couple days where I wore other lip products. So this is a Tower 28 Milky Lip Jelly in Pistachio. So just this little bit of progress here, but this is going to be in my spring project, so I should get through this pretty quickly. But it's great to make a little bit of progress on that to give me a head start. So quickly I will review the 4 other products that I finished in previous updates. So I did go through another of the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. This is my favorite glowy primer. It has a beautiful champagne glow, and I love the texture of this, and it does not make me too greasy, so I'm really sad this is not available any longer. I used up the L'Oreal True Match Nude Hyaluronic Tinted Serum in 0.5 to 2, very light. This has a terrible applicator. Definitely check out the Amazon pump I have linked down below. It was incredible. This is a fine formula. It doesn't wear on me as well as I would like because I have oily skin and long days. It's something that I would consider repurchasing in the future, but I have some other skin tints that I'm liking just as well right now, and this is pretty pricey for a drugstore product. And then I did finish 2 lip glosses, first being the Morphe Madison Beer Lip Gloss in Venus. I'm so sad that this was limited edition because this is actually a fantastic formula. I love this warm mauve shade, and I don't know if I have anything quite like it in my collection. I'm thinking it might be similar to one of those Summer Fridays lip oils, which I do want to get during the Sephora sale, so I will let you know. But this was so good. It felt like a lightweight lip cream, and it just looks so nice on the lips. So if it was still around, I would definitely buy it again, but I'm happy I used it up instead of decluttering it because I had considered that. And then I finished a Jaclyn Cosmetics lip oil in Petal Drip, and this was so easy to get through. I don't like this formula. They're super sheer and they do feel sticky as they wear off, so happy to have those out of my life now. I finished my other shade last year, so overall feel really good about this project. Like I said, the only thing that I was a little disappointed by was the liquid highlight, but it's almost gone. So a lot of these things are going to be rolling over into my spring project, but hopefully I can finish them early in the project so I can roll in some other new things for you guys. But I would love to know what projects you guys are doing right now. I've got my non-makeup project pan where I'm working on hair, skin, and body products. I will have my spring intro coming next. I will have an update for my year-long project coming soon, the power of pan and deck of panning. So lots of different things going on. My updates should all be like back to back. So definitely check it out if you guys love project pans. I would love to hear what projects you're doing, what items you're working on. I would love to hear your thoughts if you have used any of these products. I want to thank you all so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.